What's good, everybody? It's your boy 313 J-Mo back in the building, man. Above the rim with DSA pregame show. Tonight, we got a great game, and I want to let all the people in the chat know. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell. And on days where it's Pistons games, on Saturdays, on the Free Smoke Saturday like this one, we'll be doing pre and post game shows. Pre-game show before the game, probably around this time, 5:45, 6, and then do one afterwards. So shout out to all the people in the chat. It's Free Smoke Saturday. Let's get that dub. All right, man. I got my man Pistons Talk in the building with me. What's good?
Just waking up from a nap. I'm charged to go, man. Let's get it.
Hey, man. Hey, I understand. You got my man Detroit Drew in the building. What's good, man? You feeling healthy finally?
I feel healthy, man. Finally, for once, man. I'm ready to talk basketball. Let's get it. Last preseason game before the regular season, so we got a lot of stuff to break down.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna shout out the people in the chat. We got my man Cal Webb in the building. What up, though? We got Drew and Pistons Talk in there. We got Ryan Bozeman, Mickey G. What up, though? James Willis, Artist Taylor in the building. What's good? Jordan Dorsch, Piston Positive in the building. What up, though? King Lion in the building. What up, though? Bobcat Sports in the building. What's good, y'all? Now, before we get the show started, and we'll continue to let you guys know this on the next show, but our Wednesday show will be the first show we're gonna have on my man Speakeasy Sports channel. So, his channel is in my description. So if you ain't subscribed, you gonna miss the show. So you got to sub. You don't got a choice. Plus, his content is good and he'll make you laugh. But we gonna be hosting this show over there. So why don't y'all go over there so we can have a good time over there on Wednesday? But all right, man. Let's get the show started. Now, I wasn't even going to start with this until I just found it out. So we're going to start with this, man. Russell Westbrook and David Bertans are playing in the first half of this game. Now knowing that Killian is going to see Russ at least for a half, what are you expecting to see from the Pistons, knowing that the Wizards will at least have their best player for a half of this game? We're going to start with you, Drew.
It's exciting. This is what you want to see, man. We got, like you said, a top 10 talent in the NBA. I know a lot of people in the chat are going to probably argue with that, but I don't like Westbrook, but he is a top 10 player in the league right now. And for us to have a rookie who's been playing phenomenal defense go up against a guy like that, it's must-see TV for Pistons fans, because this is going to be Killian's first real test. He did an excellent job on Bradley Beal the other night, but now he's got to go against Westbrook. And at times, they're planning to switch, just because of what they're running over there. So he's going to guard Bradley Beal off of a switch and stay on Westbrook. So Killian's going to have his hands full. I'm very interested to see if we're keeping the same starting five. I'm assuming we probably will, knowing Casey. And, we get to see if Wright's actually a good defender for us. But if not, I would assume we would put Josh Jackson there with Killian. Those are our two best perimeter defenders. And I think that we'll hold our own. Killian's just got to do a good job of keeping those guys in front of him, because we don't have any rim protection, so he can't gamble. He's just got to, pick his poison how he wants to get beat. But I'm looking forward to it, and I think Killian's going to surprise a lot of people tonight with his defense.
I hope so, because I'm not too confident. I'm about to tell people go easy on Killian tonight. It's Russell Westbrook, dog. All you that man, the MVP and the superstar. Go easy on Killian tonight, man. Come on, man. Go easy on my man tonight. You just throw him in the Lions den, and he don't got no weapons, bro. He just got his fists. It's gonna be pretty hard to make it out. But all right, Pistons talk, man. What do you think about and what do you expect to see from Killian now we know that Russ is gonna be playing in this game?
This will be his first real test. No disrespect to Elfrid Payton or Raul Neto. Those guys are scrubs compared to Westbrook. I think we can all agree with that. This is going to be his first real test against arguably, you could say, a top 10 point guard in the NBA. Not to mention that this Wizards backcourt is going to be very lethal when these guys are out there. So you're going to see probably a lot of switches with Killian on Bradley Beal, or he'll be taking Westbrook. I hope Josh Jackson is out there, but I know what Casey's going to do. You guys know what he's going to do. It's going to be DeLon Wright. And it's DeLon Wright to, I don't know what DeLon Wright has on Dwayne Casey. Maybe he has some dirt on him, but I honestly don't get it. But hey, if he does well, I'll shut up. But, I'd like to see more people get opportunities. Just saw a tweet from Rod Beard. Casey saying that he's going to let everyone play tonight. Preseason's over. Now you're gonna let everyone play, but hey, I'm excited to see how Killian does against Westbrook. I'm really excited. I'm gonna be recording this game because I'm gonna probably watch more film on it just to study how Killian, goes up against the top talent in Westbrook.
Man, I got plenty of questions tonight about some things that y'all have already mentioned, and I'm not liking what I'm hearing. All I'm gonna say is, you know what? I'm gonna talk about this topic. We gonna get back to it because Dwayne, we going to talk, Mr. Casey. With Killian, what I'm expecting to see, I expect to see some good defense. But other than that, I really don't know. Like I said, y'all might have to be easy on Killian tonight, man. Who knows? It's gonna be a tough task going up against Westbrook because Westbrook is it's no really other point guard in the league like Russell Westbrook at all. So you're not gonna see something like him every night. So it's gonna be a good test. It's gonna be a daunting challenge, and it's definitely because Russ gonna try to eat him alive. So we already know. Yeah. So. I think he's gonna do well in spurts, but I still think Russ is gonna get his. That's Russell Westbrook. So, but for all we know, Russ could be out of rhythm right now because it's his first preseason game, and maybe that's good for us. So we'll have to see about that. What's good? We got my man Drew back, but
I don't know what happened there, bro.
Right, and this is what I don't get though. So the Pelicans only playing 2 preseason games. They play their starters like 33 minutes, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And their closeout game. And they starters closed out. Lonzo and Zion was on the court at the end of the game. But now you want to give everybody a run when we about to prepare for the season, you idiot. Makes no sense. But okay. Most teams, you give the guys a run in the beginning. But okay, the one game that actually is supposed to matter, yeah, let's throw everybody out there. That makes sense. Maybe. Look, the only reason I'm gonna give Dwayne Casey a pass is because the second half the Wizards probably will be playing nobody. But in this first half, I want to see a lot of Sekou. I want to see a lot of Killian. But I got something to say. Well, not no more. My man Dominique Davis. What's good, Dominique Davis, man? He actually dropped a comment so we can have something to talk about, man. Thanks for the donation, man. I just want to say something. This is completely unrelated to the Pistons, y'all. I just got a public service announcement. Look. It's Free Smoke Saturday, y'all. And I just want to let y'all know something. Y'all Lonzo Ball haters, it's a wrap. Y'all done. Cooked. Revenge season starts now. Lonzo Ball, MIP. I told y'all, because I know my damn basketball more than y'all people in the chat. And watch, it's a wrap. I just had to say it. Y'all been hating on my man for years. Revenge season starts. It's over. Y'all done. I'm so happy. I cannot wait because I'm going to be on y'all ass every show. Every show. Now, y'all hiding under a rock right now. Y'all disappeared. But it's cool. No Lonzo Ball slander will be tolerated no more. I best believe after this year, I best believe that. Yeah. Now, we're going to get back to my man Killian. I had to, Drew. You think I'm not going to talk about it? I had to, Doug. I had to, bro. They don't know basketball. They don't really know basketball like that, bro. And it's like, why do I always be right with this shit? I told y'all the same thing about Brandon Ingram. The same shit. Y'all called me crazy. Y'all called me crazy. What did he do? Watch what Zoe do. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Now, Killian, I don't know why, but it's been a lot of Killian Hayes hate lately. Because he's not scoring like people want him to, and I don't think people realize. And that's why I brought up Lonzo, because I think he reminds me a lot of rookie Lonzo, but he has things that Lonzo didn't. Better handles off the top, and he's a better finisher, which I think he can score more. Meaning, Killian has a slow paced game, man. He has to really get used to everything that's going on so he can find his ways and his spots and where he can score. I think people are overreacting. And you know what I saw from Killian? Killian's gotten better in every single game. Like, he's only growing. Like, his first game, not so good. Second game, very solid. Third game, even better. He's been getting better in every game consistently. So when I'm looking at that, man, I think people need to back off my brother a bit. But all right, man, let's go to the next question, man. Man, I cannot stand Dwayne Casey, man. Do you expect this to be the normal starting rotation for the Pistons going forward? Because I'm assuming DeLon Wright is starting tonight, right?
Yeah, let me check. I don't know if Ron Beard posted it yet.
I mean, there's no way he's not starting tonight. He had a good game. There's no way he's not starting tonight.
Like, I don't want people to think that I hate DeLon Wright. I think
nobody hates DeLon Wright.
I think he's a solid pro, like pros pro. And, you know, like, I'm not going to hate on him. You know, he had 13 points, you know, had that crossover. Sports Center posted it. I think everyone posted it. He had a guy skating from Washington, but I don't know, man. It's like probably the same starting lineup. As for rotations, I wouldn't really. I think the only position you might see change is the shooting guard position, because I think there'll be at some point of the season where maybe Svi gets that starting look. Maybe Josh Jackson gets that starting look. I think that's the one position that's not set in stone right now.
My answer is yes. Sure. Until we trade Blake Griffin, I feel like DeLon Wright gonna be starting. Whether he play well or not, like people gotta understand, it's not always about a guy being able to play well. I mean, yeah, he can play well in that spot, but so can Svi, and Svi helps us in other ways. So can Josh Jackson, and Josh Jackson, you know, helps us in other ways. But Dwayne Casey's gonna do what he wants. We've seen this plenty of times before. I don't know about we're gonna get into more of the rotation talk in a little bit, but I don't know where he's gonna go with that. But Drew, man, what's your thought? Do you expect this to be the normal starter rotation for the Pistons going forward?
It probably will for the first few games, but Dwayne Casey said that pretty much everything's opened up. Nothing's set in stone right now. And again, I don't know if I really believe Casey, because we've all seen it. He does play his players that he likes, even if they're not good. But there are a couple positions. The way Sekou's been playing so far in this preseason has put a ton of pressure on Grant. When you're paying that guy that much money, you need him to play better than Sekou. But Sekou's coming out hungry, and he looks focused and determined. And to be honest with you, he kind of looks pissed off that they signed Grant. He's been playing with this emotion, trying to dunk the ball every time he gets the opportunity, and just staying active both offensively and defensively. So Sekou could actually take Grant's job if he keeps playing this way. It's going to take like a phenomenal thing because of Dwayne Casey. But if he keeps playing this way, you know, once Blake is traded, he's not going to start anyone else besides Sekou if Blake does get traded. I think the only starting job that is secure is Blake's for the most part. I think everyone else is interchangeable. You know, if Plumlee starts playing bad, we'll throw Okafor out there and have Plumlee come off the bench. You know, shooting guard Sadiq Bey, if he gets a high hand and, you know, Wright's not cutting it. We got Luke, Josh Jackson. All those guys who are playing really well right now and continue to play well are going to earn themselves some minutes. You know, the one that does concern me is Killian. You know, if Killian does have a week or two of bad games, they might put Derrick Rose out there. So I don't think anything's set in stone except for Blake until the trade deadline. And if he gets moved, of course, it's going to affect everything because you're going to have to package some players with Blake probably. It's not just going to be Blake just straight up probably. But for the most part, I think every other job is on the table and is up for grabs right now.
Well, I won't put anything over Dwayne Casey, but you got way more confidence in him than me if you think that no matter how well Sekou plays, that Jeremy, I don't think Sekou could drop 20 off the bench and Casey wouldn't start him. And you think I'm exaggerating? I'm dead. Like I think he could drop 20, Casey wouldn't start him. Like seriously. Like he'd be like, oh, if you can, he can drop 20 off the bench. You know, I like all of my guys, and you know, when you have a guy that can just come off the bench so young and just drop 20, it's just so great. It's just like that, just bullshit that's exactly what he gonna say.
That's true.
And to me, man, we ain't there yet. So you know, we can go in on him when he actually does it, but. Let's see. Killian, Svi, Sekou, Blake, Stewart. That's what I want to see. Man, look, I like Stewart, but he's not ready to start in the NBA.
He's a project.
Yeah, he's not ready right now. Like, he's 10 minutes a night, like I said. 10 minutes a night. Other than that, he's not ready right now to start in the NBA. He doesn't know where it's things you got to know, like where he's supposed to be. It's just a lot of stuff that he's messing up. Nick said, what up, J-Mo? Free Smoke Saturday. What's good, Nick, man? I'm just letting these Lions up all haters cry in the chat. Because I mean, I know half of y'all was hating on my man. So we gonna be here all year. I told y'all was gonna hate me. Wait till Sekou started the ball and y'all really gonna hate me, man. Like, come on. But Roser the line can play starting P guard if Hayes is underperforming, but I don't think Hayes is gonna be underperforming. Just because if he's not shooting well, don't mean he ain't playing well. We can't do that now and be simple like that.
Did you guys see that quote a few weeks ago about Killian and Dwayne Casey?
I did not see a quote.
I made a video about it. He basically said, Killian's going to be – he was a starting point guard in training camp. He's like, he's got the keys, but I can take the keys away at any time.
Yep. I think I did see that.
So that's where I kind of have some pause when it does come to Killian, because it's like Killian's got the key, and then you have like Casey just like looking over him and he's like, I'm just gonna grab that key right quick and you can go on to the bench. It's like, man.
Hey man, and I gotta tell y'all something that y'all not about to like, and I'm not about to like what I'm about to say.
Oh
man. But like Sean, like huh?
Is this a Bravo take?
I wouldn't call it a Bravo level take, but it's pretty out there when y'all hear this. Look, I'm just looking at things. I'm looking at these two squads because I know like this coach wouldn't handle these players like this, even though this coach hates young players. But man, like Casey looking worse than SVG, bro. Whoa. SVG looking like a way better coach than him right now. Whoa. And I'm just letting y'all know. When SVG don't gotta be the GM, he's a fucking good coach. And like, I'm just being honest, bro. Like Dwayne Casey looking hella trash right now if he does that to Killian, bro. Y'all telling me to calm down, watch the Pelicans make the playoffs.
I think Van Gundy has more pressure on him than Casey does, honestly.
He got pressure on him?
Oh, yeah. Anytime you're going to have Zion on your team, you're going to have pressure.
They're not even expecting them to make the playoffs. He don't got no pressure.
That's not what
like, if you're not expecting playoffs, I don't want to hear about pressure.
I think that's the reason why he was playing the starters so long, because he wants to make a good.
Well, they only played 2 preseason games.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm not to say that like Van Gundy isn't a better coach than Casey. I think they both have their flaws, but if you're just talking about strictly X's and O's, I would probably take Van Gundy over Casey, because when Van Gundy was here, he had this team being a defensive team. He had this team being a low turnover team. Not to say that Casey can't do that.
Casey didn't really. I mean, he made so many personnel decisions that were stupid. Like, and then he ended up with a trash team, basically, out of like Dre and like a couple players. Everybody was kind of garbage. But in New Orleans, he has talent. Like, if Dwayne Casey was in New Orleans, I would not be too happy. He would not be unleashing Lonzo like like SVG is. So it's just I'm just watching that team play their starters, and then I'm gonna watch our team like, play everybody. Like, it's just like, what message are you trying to send out,
But we're different squads though. We're both young teams. We got Blake Griffin, who's an all-star, but looking at the Pelicans, BI made the all-star team last year. If Zion can stay healthy, he's an all-star. That's 2 young all-stars on the same team right there, who are both going to be averaging over 20 points. That's a lot of scoring from them. Plus, if your boy Zoe keeps playing the way he has so far, that's their third option right there, who's going to help set them all up. Potentially, if he plays at this level, he's going to be a borderline all-star. He probably won't get in unless they're a high seed.
No, he's definitely going to get in.
So
all the ball.
They could potentially have 3 young all-stars over there. When you have 3 young guys like that, who are you going to get compared to? Probably OKC with Westbrook, Harden, and KD.
Oh, no.
We haven't seen anything like that young before. So there's a ton of pressure on the Pelicans for him to get him right.
I mean, but I don't think – but they haven't been talking about playoff talk. Like, if you don't, nobody got them in the playoffs. And to me, if you don't have a team in the playoffs, the pressure isn't really that much if you make a team. And I know they're gonna make the playoffs anyway. But
they have to at least get in the play-in tournament. They're
making the playoffs. They about to be way too good. Have y'all seen Zion? This man unstoppable.
That's what I was trying to get at. I feel like they have more pressure to make the playoffs because they have a better core of players than we do. That was just my only point.
No, they do, but even with this core of players, sometimes you can get more out of these guys. So we just gonna see. Like, yeah. I'm not. Come on, man.
Here's my
whole
closing
squad.
point.
Like, come on. They rate Lonzo higher than Blake Griffin, so apparently Lonzo better than those players on our team. Apparently.
Well, he's got potential to do so, but here's my thing.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
Troy Weaver got here
still a top 10
a month ago, 2 months
ago. Are we not a top 10 team? Are we not at least 8 to 10? So I don't want no type of excuses about that.
But it's set up different, though. You know, Griffin's been in the Pelicans for what, 2-3 years now? He helped get rid of AD. He helped get all this infusion of youth. Like, he had the core set up. He brought SVG in here because he's better than the last
bro.
Yeah, but we haven't played Sekou the way BI and Lonzo and Zion played. Like, he hasn't got those opportunities.
This would be the year where you're supposed to be playing this man.
We're set up different. You know, the Pelicans went all in their youth and gave them opportunities, and look how well it's worked out for them so far. I don't really know exactly what we were setting up for. It was really just, to be honest with you, it was to save SVG's job if even while we got Blake, and then it was just trying to make the playoffs, and we never got back in the playoffs.
SVG was nuts. Like I told you, now that he's not a GM, he can actually be a coach. SVG was done like his last 2 years. He knew he was done because he destroyed our franchise. Too bad. Then he lucked up with 2 second overall picks and the number overall pick. You actually think they're not going to be a dominant powerhouse? Come on, you got 2 second overall picks and the number 1 overall pick. Them boys are going to be a dynasty. But anyway, Sekou's not getting the keys till he turned 21. Hopefully, Casey is gone before then. Like, I would give Sekou the keys now. I would just be like, you starting, young homie, go score. Like, let him be a star. Hey, you gotta earn your stripes. Like, this the same reason why Melo on the bench right now. For no damn reason. He has to earn his stripes. Okay. But, all right, man, let's move on to the next topic. What do you want to see from the Pistons tonight? It's a very simple, straightforward question, man, because I think it's a lot of things that we want to see. So I'm going to start with you, Pistons Talk.
I want to see them be just as competitive as they were last game. I want to see them bring that defensive intensity. I want to see more of that zone to see if they can actually pull it off against the Wizards starters. Because the way you beat a zone is shooting over it. And they have Bertans out there. He's probably one of the most underrated power forwards in the NBA. Probably not underrated anymore because he got paid, but I mean, the guy was shooting 40% from 3. Bradley Beal, another good 3-point shooter. I want to see if they can execute that zone with the Wizards because they're a top-tier offense. They just can't defend anybody. But that's what I want to see. I want to see if they still bring that same defensive intensity.
Drew, what you think, man?
Well, we know Westbrook and Bertans are playing. Is Roy playing too? Is he starting or no?
No, he ain't playing. I think Roy's like hurt.
But whatever, if he is or isn't, it doesn't really affect too much. It's just more scoring you have to guard. But I'm right there with you. That was such a fun game to watch the other night because we were just going all in on defense, forcing turnovers left and right, playing good team defense. And we haven't seen Detroit play defense like that forever. So Pistons Talk's absolutely right. Come back out there with that same intensity. If you are going to make the play-in tournament, if you are serious about making the playoffs this year, which I don't know if we will or if we won't, only time will tell, you have to play defense like that every single night. And, if we can do it, it's going to be a fun team to watch. And I think a lot of the fans will get behind this team because at the end of the day, we just want to be a good defensive team. We've been so bad for the last few years. We had a good perimeter defensive team, but interior was trash, or our interior defense was good and our perimeter was trash. It never balanced out. And so far in the last couple preseason games, it's been that way. The only difference is Westbrook's playing. The Knicks didn't really have anybody to guard. They got some good young players, but they don't have a big name like that. We did play against Bradley Beal, but he was limited. He didn't play a whole lot. Now it's our first real shot at doing it. We'll see how good the zone defense actually is, and this could be a big deciding factor in how good our season is going to be. So I'm ready for it.
I do want to say shout out to my man Bravo, man. The man, the myth, the Blake Griffin point per game predictor legend. Sup, y'all? Who's gonna defend Westbrook? Hayes or Wright? Who's gonna get cooked? Hey, I don't know who it's gonna be. Like I said, I gotta go easy on Killian tonight, man.
I will not be surprised if you
I'm
put right on
gonna keep telling y'all until y'all realize it. Sekou is not a project player. He's not a project. The boy is just special. If he was a project, he wouldn't be as good as he is right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. But one day y'all realize that we letting this man ride on the bench for Jeremy Grant. But it's okay. Come on, Jeremy, man. Drop 20 a game and shut me up, man. Like I hope y'all watch these streams because I love all of my Pistons players. What I want to see from the Pistons, we were talking about the zone defense and all that crap. Who cares? First of all, I want to see Brent Blake embarrass Thomas Bryant. That's what I want to see from the Pistons. Cook that man. Second of all, Killian Hayes, I want to see a very great game from you. I want you taking 11 shots like you did in the second game. I definitely want him to be more aggressive. Also, I want to see Dwayne Casey. Can you be a little bit better with these rotations, please? Can he actually stay on the court and get some minutes tonight? Let me see. I know, man. Westbrook is going to show Killian welcome to the league. I hope not. I want Killian. No, everyone wants Killian. Everyone wants Killian Gardner Rust. But yeah, the zone defense is cool, but I'm mainly focused on Blake. Are you going to embarrass Thomas Bryant today? And I'm serious. Killian, I'm definitely expecting more for you tonight. I think he'll have a bounce back game, you know. Let me see. Let's see. Killian is probably getting touched. He's young. He needs to get cooked by elite guards to get better. No, but see, I'm willing to let him get cooked. The rest of y'all not.
All right. Let's see if we got any questions or comments. Bravo. Maybe you want to reword that?
Yeah, that's hey, it's 2020. It's okay, Bravo.
All right, my fault. I had to do my fault. So he said, "Oh, welcome back, man. Man, and Killian go and get him some clamps. Clamper.
It's gonna clamp.
We got my man Speak Easy Sports in the building.
What up, though, fellas? Can you hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
I'm driving in the car, bro. Man, I gotta be. So I'm doing like the MMA show, or whatever, at the Woodward Sports Bar. I gotta be there at a certain time. I asked this guy how his day was, the gas station clerk, when I was getting my energy drink. Man, why does this man talk to me for 20 minutes, bro? Like, tell me his whole life story, man. Man, that was just crazy to me.
I would be like, hey, yo, yeah, that's cool, my man. But I gotta, yeah, all right. Like, that's how I already did him, dog. yeah, it didn't work out. But this is my man, Speak Easy Sports. As I said, the next show will be on his channel, so you guys want to make sure you guys go subscribe to Speak Easy Sports. I mean, you can see his logo. It ain't that hard to type it in. I know y'all got common sense out here. You see his logo, man. Type it in. Subscribe to my man's. Trying to get my man's to 1,000, man. My man's been going up ever since. So we try to get my man to 1,000. He's almost close, man. But all right, man. What you want to see from the Pistons tonight, man?
I want to see that Killian and Russell matchup, man. I know obviously Russ gonna get his, but I just want to see how Killian handles. I mean, we know how Russ is, man. He's aggressive. He's a bully. I just want to see how Killian handles that. I know it's just a preseason game. Maybe we may not see that, but I can't think of a time I haven't seen out of Russ. So I just want to see how Killian responds to that, and I want to see him at least get one stop or one big play. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm looking forward to too much, but I'm excited to see Killian versus elite point guard of the league.
All I'm saying is, look, we'll see what happens because it's Westbrook, dog. So we know he's gonna come with it. So that's one thing you can chalk in. But look, man, pressure either birds fights or make diamonds. So for all we know, Killian can have his best game tonight because he's going against the better competition. So hopefully, and I don't want Dwayne Casey to try to start to put Derrick Rose out there too much either. This is the game, man. You gotta let Killian get this one. You gotta let him get this one. Whether it's good or bad, you gotta let him get this one. This run against this guy because. We're gonna see him probably 3 to 4 times a season. He's gonna be in our division for years to come. He ain't going no damn where. He's gonna be in Washington. So this is something that you're gonna have to prepare for. So you need to throw Killian right into the fire, man. Killian need to have a Ja Morant versus Kyrie moment.
Hopefully, Russ don't rock the baby too much, man. I'm hoping that we don't see that too much.
I mean, Killian's a really strong guard though, so he won't rock the baby too much on Killian. Like Russ won't, because he is a strong 6'5". Like he's like a legit 215. You know, it's a young boy 215, but you know. Maybe he'll be all right. You know, grown man strength and young boy strength is different. Like, if you don't believe me, look how strong Zion is, and then look what happened when he went against LeBron James. That was a grown man against a boy, and Zion, it did not look good for him. So that's just how it is sometimes. Killian will do well against Westbrook because he can't shoot, and that zone should keep him out the lane. There's no such thing as really keeping Westbrook out the lane unless you got Anthony Davis and LeBron and JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard. Because the Lakers were able to do it, but that was an injured Russ, though, too. So he wasn't even full go. Like, what did he do? He scored like 41 on Rudy Gobert. Like, you ain't keeping that man out the lane.
You play zone, you
Russ
bro.
gonna get his. I just want to see some fight back, you know?
He plays zone. He gonna burst right through the zone.
I'll have like 4 guys at the rim, so I don't know how that's going to happen. Beal saw the zone, and he was getting frustrated with Josh Jackson trying to fight him.
Hey, man, Russ wasn't against Zion, but I saw Zion just literally go through the Bucks zone. He just like I'm just going to go straight through y'all. And they were just there. They were just like, okay. Like, he's a scorer. So, like, he's just going straight through it. But, all right, man, let's move on to the next topic, y'all. What do you think our rotation should be in order? Drew.
Starting 5 should be Killian. At this point, Josh Jackson, I think he's earned the starting 5 or the starting 2 guard spot. Jeremy Grant, Blake, and Plumlee is probably what Dwayne Casey will twink it to. Although I'm not on Plumlee bandwagon. But then for the bench, you go Derrick Rose, you go Mihai Luke, Sekou. You can put Bay out there. You can put Wright out there as another playmaker if you wanted to. And then you put Okafor out there. And I think that'd be a pretty solid rotation. And then Wright's that guy who picks up the slack. You know, if you need more playmaking, if you need more scoring, you can throw him out there and adjust the minutes accordingly. So there's a lot of things we can throw different out there. I don't think that we'll have a solid rotation. I think it's just going to be solely based on who we're playing and what we need right now. So we have a very, very unique team where we have a lot of Swiss Army knives that we can just throw out there and have a different unit every time. So I don't know if we'll have a solid rotation.
I don't like your answer, man. Like, why? It's like, man, why y'all keep starting Grant? He's trash. Jeremy Grant is not trash, bro.
You paid
I'm not gonna let y'all do it like
bro. You gotta start him.
He's not trash. He's not trash. He's just not like an all-star. But he ain't trash. I'm not gonna let y'all disrespect Grant. He ain't trash. Okay. No, he can actually play. So, but he just not an all-star. That's all. But
I think Grant, he gonna show up in like other areas for us. You know what I'm saying, like hustle plays and on defense and like leadership. Like that's what we'll get to admire him. He's not gonna like drop 26 or like 30. You know what I'm saying, like we just gotta appreciate him for what he is, and hopefully it contributes to this team.
Yeah. Okay, the rotation obviously Blake Griffin. We're gonna have to start Mason Plumlee. He played much better in that game, as much as we like to make him put him. He actually looked like a okay starting center in that game. But it was against Thomas Bryant, so I'm taking that with a grain of salt. You know, it gets a young center, it gets a real center. You ain't gonna be looking like that. So plus we can't really start Okafor, we can't start Stewart, so we have to start Mason Plumlee. Like, I'm disgusted. And then, you know, Jeremy Grant, obviously Killian. But off the bench, the first players off the bench should be Svi, Sekou, and Derrick Rose. And I would start Josh Jackson right next to Killian Hayes. I wouldn't even put DeLon right there. And then, like, I'm starting Josh Jackson, and then you got Svi, Sekou, and Derrick Rose all coming off the bench at the same time, replacing Killian and Grant and Josh Jackson. And then after that, you bringing in, that's when you bringing in, maybe you bringing in DeLon Wright. Then after that, the ninth type of man in the rotation. That's what I'm saying. He's a 19th man in a rotation. He's not starting 5 in a rotation. And then, that's when I'll start to look at Jahlil Okafor getting some minutes. And, guys like Wayne Ellington, I don't see no minutes for you on a daily basis. So, all right, Pistons Talk, man. What do you think about our rotation? What should the order be?
So I'm reading the question. What do you think our rotation should be in order? Doesn't really matter what I think. This is what I think Casey will do. It's going to be Killian, DeLon Wright, Jeremy Grant, Blake Griffin, Miles Plumlee. That's going to be your starting 5. Off your bench, you're going to bring off Derrick Rose, Svi Mykhailiuk, Josh Jackson, Sekou Doumbouya, and Jahlil Okafor. I kind of like that Josh Jackson and Sekou off the bench together. They really complement each other. I just kind of like the way they play together. Then you got your third team. You're probably gonna play Saban Lee. I don't even know. Maybe you throw Sadiq Bey out there. You got Isaiah Stewart. Maybe Musa gets a look. I don't even know. I just know it's probably going to be a really short, maybe 8 to 10 man rotation. I wouldn't really expect Casey to go too deep in the bench. I think he's already got what?
If the rotation is short, then Sekou better be getting 25 minutes.
Oh, he probably will. I mean, it's just the preseason. I don't think he's going to, have him come off the bench and then have him sit for 20 minutes. He'll probably get,
It's the last game.
Yeah, he's not gonna play 9 minutes and then you sit for 20 and then come in the last 5 minutes. I don't think that'll happen. I think I'll get consistent 15 to 20 minutes a night from Casey.
You said some Sekou and Jack. See, you love to see them together. That's the thing, though. I don't think either one of them are bench players. Josh Jackson has started plenty of times before, and when he was playing well, he was capable to start. He can be a starting 2 guard. He definitely can. So, and we already know how I feel about Sekou. So,
yeah. It's just what I think Casey's going to do. If it was up to me, I'd probably have a different rotation, but it's just what I expect him to do after studying these preseason games and his rotations.
Now, Pistons Talk, maybe you have some evidence and some questions and some answers about this topic. Javitas, is he playing? I don't know. I just know he's here. And if so, what do you want to see? I don't really know. I don't even know what's going on with him right now. I just thought we just need to talk about Javitas right now.
So I saw him post a picture on his Instagram. He was at I think the Masonic Temple in Detroit. Mm-hmm. So if he's in Detroit, he may be waiting for the Pistons to come back because he did sign a 3-year contract. So the Pistons, I don't think Troy would be that savage to sign him and then waive him, but who knows? If he does play tonight, it'll probably be in garbage time. Maybe he passed 6 negative.
So is he on the team now eligible to play?
I don't know if he passed the 6 negative COVID test because that's the protocol for the NBA because he came from Lithuania to the States. So I have no idea. I messaged him. He read it. He didn't reply back. So I don't know what's going on. I do expect him to play, though. I mean, you're not going to sign a guy for a 3-year contract and then just not play him.
No, I mean, the Leangelos and the Lewis Kings and people like that, I feel like all those players are gone because at least Dwayne Casey is Javitas is my guy, Mm-hmm. I feel like he wanted him from the start. So I feel like they believe in Javitas. I think Javitas is going to be on this roster probably the whole year, even if he doesn't play, because I think the Pistons might be a little bit invested in this kid. But all right. So what do you want to see from him then? Even if he play in garbage time,
I want to see if he's actually improved since the last time I saw him in that summer league game for 5 minutes. I want to see if he's, gained that weight, if he can be more physical. Because that one summer league game, he was so shy. I mean, he would barely touch the ball. If he would shoot it, it wasn't even hitting the backboard or the iron. It was just he had maybe 1 3-point shot in that summer league game. I want to see him be more confident like he was in the Euro Cup. But I mean, I really don't know what to expect from him.
I mean, back then, wasn't he 16 years old or something?
I think it was 17.
Yeah, at the end he was 17 years old. So like when I'm starting to realize the context of that, man, you can't throw no 17-year-old overseas into the G League. Or, I mean, to the summer league with them players like that. You know, it's not gonna work out too well unless that dude is Luka Doncic or something. So but see, that's the thing. That was when he's 17. Like that was before he even had tattoos back then. No, I'm dead serious though. Yeah. He had no tattoos, looking like me. No, because I don't got tats, man. He don't got no tattoos.
He didn't have any BZ.
This boy Cerritos is tatted like JJ Redick. Bow, bow. Like, and he went from 6'7" to 6'9", and he gained some weight. So look like a grown man a little bit now. And like I said, man, and remember he was hanging out with Donovan Mitchell and stuff. So Donovan Mitchell rubbed off all that, man. But Drew, man, Davidas, is he playing? If so, what do you want to see?
I just hope he didn't spend all of his VC on tattoos. I hope he spent some on attributes and got better. But like Business Talk said, you have to go through COVID protocol in the NBA to even play. I don't know if he's been here long enough to pass all the requirements, so we may not see him until the regular season at some point in time. But now that the roster spots are at 15, he is probably going to be on the active roster. Just don't know how much we're going to see of him because he hasn't had an opportunity to play in the preseason or go through camps with us yet. So even if he was ready to play, I don't know if we'd play him because he's not going to play in the regular season. You don't just want to throw a guy out there who doesn't have chemistry or time to work out with like Blake Griffin or Derrick Rose because he's either going to be starting or he's going to come off the bench with Derrick Rose. And if you're not going to be able to practice with those guys until the regular season, chemistry is going to be off whack. So if he is able to play tonight, just give him some minutes. You know, give him the ball, let him either initiate the offense if that's what he wants to do, or run some plays for him like you do in Mihailo. Run him off some screens, give him some open shots. So give us an opportunity to see what this guy brings to the team if he is eligible to play today. But like I said, I have no idea if he's even in Washington or if he's still in Detroit with the COVID stuff. So
we don't know. Like I said, we don't know what's going on with Cerritos, but as I said, we got to have a Cerritos topic. And I know Pistons fans might be like, why do we even talking about this guy? Why do we care to talk about this guy? Because look, if you actually do your research on him as a basketball player, if he reached his maximum level ceiling, I mean, it's one of the biggest ifs. I'm not going to act like it isn't. But if he reached his maximum ceiling, this is an all-star. Straight up. Mm-hmm. So that's why, who knows? He could be a big bust for us. Could. But if he reaches maximum ceiling, Cerritos is an all-star caliber player, like off top. That's why it's important to talk about him right now. And he's very important for our team as a young player. I mean, he's a 6'9" guy that can dribble and shoot and play make a little bit. So it's very, very – and we gave up Bobo for this man. So y'all know I'm on the ass. You know I'm not going to let that go. Y'all know I'm on the ass for this Bobo stuff. But is Cerritos, is he playing? I don't know if he's playing, but if he's playing, what do I want to see? I want to see his ball handling because I know he can shoot. Like, I'm never worried about these players that can shoot because most of them, it's just a natural gift for them, and they can shoot. He can shoot. Like, I don't care if he shot bad the whole season this year. Don't care. He can shoot the ball. It's just a special talent that he has. So I don't want to see him making shots. Like, ain't that what we expect him to do, make three-pointers? Mm-hmm. I want to see things that I don't expect you to do. I want to see his ball handling skills. I want to see his physicality. I don't know how long you'll be out there. Can you get to the free throw line? And how fast are you? How quick are you? What's your speed? Can you play with these athletes? That's what I want to see if he has a little bit of that playmaking or not. I know you can shoot the ball, bro. Come on, man. I want to see his ball handling, getting to the rim, mid-range type stuff. What was you about to say?
Did you see his player comparison though when he was coming out? Who they compared him to?
Oh boy.
Luke Kennard.
Luke Kennard? Oh, that's a good. Hey, I like that. Oh,
Lithuanian Luke.
Lithuanian Luke. Lithuanian. I had to research Lithuanian. No, but the thing is, if he is Lithuanian Luke, he's an all-star because he's 6'9", bro. He's 6'9". Like, that's different when you that tall. Like, we see how we talk about speed, but like he's 6'9", and he just has natural talent. And like I said, man, he's been the best player in Lithuania since he was 17. And I don't care how trash any league is. If you can be 17-year-old and be the best in that league, you got to be good at something, you know? So, and then he played in the Euro Cup actually, and he played very well. You got to understand with these overseas guys, you got to judge them when they play in the Euro Cup or when they play in these championship leagues, because that's when they play against the best competition. We saw what happened with Sekou. We saw what happened with Killian and Sarita. So we're gonna see what my man's is about, man. I would really love to see him on the court. I'm be honest, because like I'm so intrigued by a 6'9" guy, the way he can. Seems like he can dribble, at least on his level. Just look like he could be 6'9", crossing people up and then shooting and then dishing into the corner. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? He could be complete wash scrub. But we don't know yet. All right, so hopefully the Breeders Civitas is a baller and I can get over my ball hurt and pain.
It'll never happen for me.
Oh, for you? Yeah, because you know Bobo's going to be so freaking good.
No, like that whole draft night, I don't think I was with you at the time, but I was like, okay, we have the 30th pick. Bobo's still on the board. I was like, cool. And we trade it. I'm like, okay, Bobo's still on the board. And then we make a trade. I was like, who the heck? Like, I didn't know who the hell that kid was. Like, I'm not going to like front and say, oh, I've been watching him for years. Couldn't tell you who the hell he was, but
wait, man, I might have to find a live stream and link you to it if you want to hear our reactions. I lost my damn mind. Drew lost his damn mind.
I feel like a lot of Pistons.
I was there. I had to work next morning. After the first round, I was out. I wasn't even there to see it.
Bro, no, we lost there. Man, I lost it.
Denver always gets the players that I want. Like straight up. Like
no, they do. I wanted Michael Porter Jr. I was like, yo, I want my MPJ so bad, but we gave the pick away for Blake. I'm like, man, we could have
RJ Hampton too. They got a nice core, man. Like they're gonna be scary.
Man, yes, they are. No, I thought RJ Hampton went to the Warriors.
No, he's on the. He got traded.
Denver.
Yeah,
he got traded. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Ooh, dang, Denver, y'all slick.
Right.
All right. Okay. I think when is our first game? Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. I can't remember.
Yeah, against the T-Wolves, I think.
On Wednesday?
Yeah, I can look it up on my phone.
Yeah, we'll look it up. But our first game,
23rd, I believe that's Wednesday. It's
if it's on the 23rd, then it's on Wednesday. Because I know the Pelican game is on 23rd, and they play on Wednesday. I know that for sure. So, hey, man, I gotta know these things, bro.
Whoa, I just realized that's on Wednesday. So we're doing a pre and post game show for that.
I don't know if we're gonna do all that. I don't know. We'll have to discuss it. Dang, we might have to.
We can go live all night long. I don't care.
We gonna have to discuss it, man. Maybe you just do the post game then, because Speak Easy will be doing the pregame. We'll have to talk and figure out how we're gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk and discuss that. So stay tuned about what time we gonna. I'll post it on my community post and let y'all know when we gonna have the show on Wednesday, because we might do a pre and post game show for that. And it is against the T-Wolves. That's a very winnable game. But before I get to this last question, I remember Pistons saw you were telling me about the schedule. So I went and I looked at the first. I looked at the first 34 game, and I just picked the game like now I'm biased, and I picked them. Of course, I'm optimistic about more games. I got what record I got?
What you got?
I got 19-15. Now it could easily be 15-19 if it goes the other way. But even if we were 15-19, I know that's a negative record, but these. Even if we were 15-19, I'm like, that would still be okay. So going through our first 34 games, I feel like we could be like 19-15. Obviously, if it goes the other way, we'll be 15-19. But it's a lot of close games that can go either way, even with a tough schedule. Because even when you're playing some of these really good teams, when you're playing them 3 times, you're gonna beat them once. We played the Bucks like 3 times. We gonna get them once, or at least we played the Celtics 3 times. Like we gonna beat them once at least. We play these teams that much, and just going through it, I'm like, okay, they gonna be at least close to 500 or around that range starting off. So that's where I wanted to go here. What seed do you think the Pistons will have as of now, going into the season? Before this preseason game and stuff.
I think they'll be fighting between that 8th and 10th seed. Honestly, I looked at the schedule too. We played the Bucks a lot, and I don't think we're gonna beat the Bucks at all. Even if Giannis sits straight up,
hey, have more faith, man. Sekou gonna toss Giannis one of them.
Giannis sits, dude. We got a shot.
honestly, man, I I don't like.
I know, man. I know Giannis gives us nightmares, but we got to get over it.
I tried not to drink the Kool-Aid. I try to be, as real as possible. If we're above 500, I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that. I don't expect us to win 50, 60 games. I don't expect us to be a top 3 seed. If we're playing the young guys and we're developing the talent and, we're like around that 8 to 10 seed, I'm good with that. A lot of people think we're going to be like an 18-win team, which I don't see.
Yeah, they're drunk. They think we're going to be the worst team in the NBA. I'm like, y'all drunk. Like, for real.
I think we'll be like high 20s, low 30s when it does come to win totals. I think that's my prediction. I don't know about you guys.
All right, Drew. What seed do you have the Pistons at as of now going into the season?
So it's no denying this first half of the schedule is pretty tough. We play a lot of just not the Eastern Conference best teams, but the league's best teams. So we're getting put to the test. And I can't believe that none of these games will be nationally televised since we play the Lakers, the Bucks a bunch of times. I don't care. But I'm with Pistons talk. I think I have them as about the 9th seed right now in the play-in tournament. And that's really what my expectations are, is just to get into the play-in tournament and have a shot to make the playoffs because – we are probably going to move on from Blake Griffin at the trade deadline. All the signs are kind of pointing that way, that we want to go younger. We want to rebuild and build this team in Troy Weaver's image. And with Blake being here, it's just kind of like, all right, we're going to be good, but we're not going to win a championship. So that's really kind of going to swing the shape of things. So to start the season, we're going to be competitive and we're going to be trying to get into the playoffs. So I think to end the season, we'll be in the play-in tournament and fighting to make that 8th or 7th spot. So it's not going to be easy, but I think we're going to surprise a lot of people this year. People in the chat, don't forget what happened last year. With everything that happened in OKC, they did the exact same thing to OKC. So they're not going to be a playoff team. They're rebuilding. And what did they do? They shocked the world and they went to the playoffs and gave the Rockets almost everything they could handle. So you have to be optimistic. I think maybe we can be the Thunder 2.0 this year. If we play the young fellas, you have to play the young fellas to do so.
Benjamin Foles says this. He said, "Y'all be so optimistic, then boom, Blake gets hurt. If Blake get hurt, that would be would be a blessing in disguise because Sekou will be starting, and y'all gonna realize this man an absolute problem. Yeah, Blake getting hurt us last year when Sekou wasn't able to chop 23 with ease. Trust me, Blake don't want to get hurt this year. Trust me, like Sekou gonna be averaging 16 a game. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could be like a mid-20s team, like maybe 26, 27 wins, like around there. But I mean,
I think we're gonna get to 30 wins. It's 72 games, bro. We not about to be 27 and 40.
Is brutal, man. That schedule is brutal.
It's not as brutal as y'all think, man. These teams have to gel too. Like everybody's in the same situation. Like think things be a little bit different. And like I'm telling you, man, the Pistons be competitive against some of these teams, and now we can actually play defense. No, but I basically have them in the same range as you guys. Not the 9th to 10th seed. I'm not overreacting or anything. The East is going to be pretty competitive this year, but I think we're going to be in the play-in tournament, and you don't want to play us in the play-in tournament. Like that's the last thing you want to do, playing Derrick Rose and Blake, especially if they're healthy in the playoffs. It's not going to be good for you. So I think we're going to be in the play-in tournament, but it just depends on how quick Killian Hayes develop. And what I mean is, I'm telling y'all this, right? I think it's going to take him at least 10 games before he really gets used to the game. Like how I expect him to get used to the game is like 10 to 15 games. But after those 10 or 15 games, if he really takes it up a notch, because it just reminds me of like other players like Trae Young. I remember how much he struggled in like the first 25 games. Trae Young was shooting like 39% from the field. Terrible. And averaging like 13, 14 points a game. Players got to get used to the game. Every player is different. I keep telling y'all these players are 3 to 5 years before you start judging and making stamps on these players. Guess who's in their 3 to 5 year window? Josh Jackson. He ain't done growing. He's in the 3 to 5 year window too. That's what I be telling you about these players. These players they keep growing. Josh Jackson can be a starter and a solid player, man. I believe he can be great. I definitely believe he can average 16, 17 a game for a team, while being the 3 and D guy. So When I'm looking at Killian, it just depends on how quick he develops once he gets used to the game. Because I already know it's gonna take him like some games to get like he's already used to it defensively and passing the ball, but he still has to like learn where he can pick his spots because he can't get his shots off in the same spots he could get in the Euro.
You know, it's kind of encouraging. He says he's not even in basketball shape yet.
Of course, he's not in basketball shape yet.
It's
And
like,
you know what's also encouraging though? All of these jump shots that people want to talk about him missing. How is he able to get these shots off so easily? Like he's able to get these shots off. He did hit a step back on my man. Like the fact that he can even get the shot off so easily lets you know if he just works on this game, he can get that shot off consistently. He's not. A lot of these players not in basketball shape. I was just telling some people last game, the Pelicans, like all of them look tired. That's why I'm saying like 10 games before he gets used to it. You got to get used to basketball shape and you got to get used to everything else, man. Like this is a young player. Everybody, even Obi Toppin was talking about how you got to get used to the speed of the game. Everybody got to get used to things. And with Killian, it just depends. But what I'm feeling like if what I think is going to happen after the 15th game, he starts to have an uptick, we might go from a 10th seed to like an 8th seed and scare a few teams. But we're going to be competitive. We're not – I know Pistons Talk, you said 27 wins. I don't think so. I think at least we got 72 games. I'll say at least 30, like 34 wins at the least, 34, 35, maybe more.
Maybe because the Pistons have disappointed me and I'm so numb to losing.
No, I can tell you don't have no faith in them at all. I can tell you just like, man, 27 games. Like I can tell 25 games. Like you don't got no faith in them at all. I definitely understand, but you have to realize we play defense, and if this defense if our defense really looks like what it's gonna be, then we will be a top 10 defensive team. That's going to cause you to win a lot of more games that you would not win. And then it's about who closes the game out. We got Blake and Derrick Rose as closers. So
the thing that scares me is I know we play well against the league's best teams. Like I think we split with Denver last year. We always play Boston super hard. Anybody in the East we can go toe-to-toe with except for Milwaukee. Milwaukee always blows us out for the most part. So I'm not really worried about that, but it's the teams like Atlanta and Charlotte that we always seem to struggle with and always have a hard time with. If you want to be in the play-in tournament and be at 500, slightly below 500, or even slightly above 500, you have to not get swept by those types of teams. I'm not saying you're going to win all of them because those teams now have good players, so you're not going to beat them all the time now, but you can't get swept by those teams, especially for the play-in tournament where tiebreakers and records are going to be so critical. You have to play well against every single NBA team. You can't take a game off. You have not earned that right to do so.
I definitely agree with you there. I just feel like we gonna see a lot of players grow this year. Svi, Sekou, even Jeremy Grant. It's tough as we are on the guy. But all right, look, y'all, the game about to start in 15, so we about to wrap it up. And y'all already know it's Free Smoke Saturday. It's time for the questions. We got 88 people in the chat. Where's my likes, man? I need 88 likes. It's only 47 likes. Come on, y'all. Man. Come on, y'all. We got 90 people watching now, but come on, man. Let's get the likes up. But all right, drop y'all questions in the chat for us. But I just feel like that Killian needs to get his confidence with his jump shot. I think he has the confidence. Well, it's just he's not going to force shots, man. He plays the game the right way. He's a pass first player. When you're a pass first player, if your jumper isn't going, you're gonna try to contribute in other ways. I definitely want him taking more than 10 shots today, though. It's a whole new roster. We can't really call it. No, it's a new roster, but look how good they've been defensively. Like it's a whole new roster, but they already locked in defensively. And to me, that's something that I think is good. Killian is rusty. He only played 10 games last year, early February. Yeah, Killian Hayes hasn't played basketball in 10 months, and people just expect him to no summer league, no nothing, no training camp for a week.
If that.
Training camp for a week, and y'all just expect him to come in the league and dominate. He coming from overseas like that. It's gonna take him 10 games to get going, really. Yeah, and he already showed us great defense and playmaking already. So yeah, I just don't understand why people overlook his playmaking and passing, his two most And, his passing and his defense is two most important attributes, and he's improved in every game, scoring wise and playing wise when you actually watch with the eye test. All right, man. Let's drop some of these questions. Who would be the Pistons' most consistent rookie this year? I'm gonna go with something off the wall, Saban Lee. Whatever we ask him to do, he's gonna do it.
I like it.
I feel like Saban Lee is gonna consistently do whatever we ask him to do. He always gonna give you solid minutes, even if it's 8 minutes. He gonna give you solid 8 minutes every night, just because he's a vet. He's been in Grant Hill's system for the last 3 years, and Jerry Stackhouse system, and Jerry Stackhouse system is Dwayne Casey system. That's why he's been able to transition so well into the system, because he's been playing in this system for 3 years. Mm-hmm. So that's my answer. What you think, Pistons Talk?
I think it's going to be Saddiq Bey. I know he's struggled a little bit these past 2 preseason games, but we've seen his minutes kind of be all over the place. I still think he's probably going to be the most consistent rookie, in my personal opinion.
What do you think, Drew?
I'm high on Saddiq Bey as well, but he's stuck in the game like a sponge right now. He's still learning a lot. So I think after the halfway point, that's really when you're going to see him bust out, because we got a lot of guards and a lot of forwards. I don't know about his minutes, so I'm going to have to go with Killian. And you guys will be like, why? He has trouble shooting.
I like that.
You don't just need to shoot to be a good, consistent rookie. Killian's going to be a great playmaker, and he's already showed he can play defense. Even if he's going to go 0 for 22, I don't care, because he's still going to play defense, and he's still going to involve his teammates. So, plus he's starting day one, so he's going to have the most minutes out of any of the rookies. So for right now, Killian's the answer for me.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick Saddiq Bey because he'll play well, but Josh Jackson ain't playing, dog.
Yeah.
Saddiq, I love you, but Josh Jackson's not gonna let you get his minutes. So I don't think he's gonna be able to get as many minutes. And you think Speed is gonna let him take his minutes? No. So I think it's about opportunity with Saddiq Bey. And Saban Lee, to me, I told you that's more of a quality over quantity. I think whenever he's out there, he's gonna do work. It might not be too much, but he's never gonna hurt the team. He's gonna do whatever he has. He's gonna do whatever his assignment is.
I like all of our rookies, to be honest. Even when Stewart gets his opportunities, he's going to be a high-energy guy, and people are going to love him because he gives it 110%. So I love all the rookies. They all bring something different. They all have high futures. So I'm pulling for all of them. I hope they're all consistent.
Nah, don't sleep on Killian, man. Like this. That's why I said I got a lot of some of the same people. We got a lot of new people because the show has been growing. So shout out to all of the new subs. We got 95 people in the chat. Make sure you guys subscribe. So y'all haven't went through a season with us yet and found out how much we're right and how much we're wrong. I can't wait to go through the season with y'all. It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun. Is Casey's job ever gonna be in jeopardy this season? The answer to that question is hell no. I wish the answer was yes, but I don't think there's anything Dwayne Casey can do to jeopardize his job this season. Drew, do you think Dwayne Casey can do anything to jeopardize his job?
I don't think so. We have a different plan now. The last couple of years it's been playoffs. If we were still under that same kind of format, I would say yeah. But right now that we're going into a restoring, not a rebuild, no, it's not in jeopardy right now.
All right, so the game is about to start, so I'm going to take a couple more questions. I'm going to just knock these out. Who should get more minutes, Stewart or Okafor? Casey is a black coach. Of course, his job is in jeopardy. He is a black coach, but he has a long, fat contract. His job ain't in jeopardy, bro. Just wish Casey would give him some consistent minutes. Killian is the answer. Is Saddiq a 3-and-D or a stretch 4? He a 3-and-D. I don't think he's not a 4. What channel is it on? We watching it on Crack Streams, man. How many players should the Pistons rotation be? Like 10, right? Like 10? Yeah. 10, 11. 10, 11. That 11 could be Saban Lee or something, or Tavitas or Stewart. That 11 could rotate between guys. But let me see if there's any more questions. If you got any more questions, drop it. Who do you think will be the longest Who you think will be on the Pistons the longest Bayers do it? Oh, Sadiq Bey, because I think Sadiq Bey is going to be one of our staples in the future. What's good, Malik Millers? All right, y'all. We about to wrap up the show, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to my man, Speak Easy, man. His channel should be in my description. The next Above the Rim will be on his channel. We gonna have another pre-show, and we will be having a post-game show on Detroit Drew channel. Ain't that right, Drew?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So we're gonna be having a post-game show on Drew channel. You know what? I don't know what time that's gonna be. Sometime or whenever the game ends. So make sure you guys check that out as well. As always, man, no Lonzo Ball slander will be tolerated. Today, Russell Westbrook slander will be tolerated, but not tomorrow. Lonzo Ball, gonna show y'all haters. Killian Hayes slander will not be tolerated. Sekou Doumbouya slander will not be tolerated. And we out, man. This DSA Above the Rim, man. Shout out to all of the people. Make sure you catch the next show, man. Hopefully the Pistons have a good win. Hopefully Killian can show us some things. Hopefully Sekou can continue to earn his spot and get his respect. And we're going to see what the Pistons do, man. My biggest take from this game, the number one thing I want to see, I want to see Davidas play. You know what? I'm going to ask y'all too before we go. What's the number one thing you want to see from this game, Pistons Talk?
I want to see Killian, how he does against Westbrook. I want to see the same defensive intensity. I want to see Jeremy Grant hit those corner three-pointers. Do not brick a three when Killian just gets you a perfect dime in the corner. Man.
I am so sick of that, bro.
You got to hit
Thank
that.
You.
But other than that, can't wait to watch this game. We're 6 minutes out. Really good show. Really excited.
Pistons Talk is right. If Jeremy Grant, I'm not just Jeremy Grant, Josh. If Killian set y'all up for another wide open three, it's 15 feet of space in front of you. Make the damn shot, bro. Like, come on. I'm so sick of them missing. Like, when Killian gives you a nice lob, make the layup. Like, come on, bro. But Drew, before we go, man, what's one thing that you got to see from this game? Your number one thing that you would like to see?
There's so much, but I usually say I don't go into a preseason looking for victories or losses. But today it's the last one. It's the last time we get to see basketball for the Pistons until Wednesday. So I want to walk out here with the dub. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't James Winston. Hey man, I just want Sabritas to pop Danny Avdija with a step back. Why I say that, I don't know why. McGriddle slander will be tolerated. What you mean? All right, y'all, we out of here.